All right, good Tuesday evening, everybody. Cold front coming through today. We got just less than a half inch of rain here in the metro, but that was good. We need all the rain we can get. We're not going to see any more rain for the rest of this week, but there is a chance over the upcoming weekend. Until then, we're going to see beautiful fall weather thanks to this high pressure coming in behind the front. That's going to give us a north wind over the next 24 hours. That's going to keep us nice and dry and cool. Mid-40s in the morning, mid-70s in the afternoon on your Wednesday. The last of the rain with the front moving south of Hattiesburg and dissipating as it heads down toward the Gulf Coast. So it's just a temperature forecast for the rest of the overnight, really the rest of this week. And right now you can see how we're cooling down behind the front. Temperatures are in the lower to mid-50s already, and it's not even midnight. So the low from this morning, I believe, was 57. So we're already lower than that. So this is the new low temperature for the day, this 55 degrees that we have at 11 o'clock. And, of course, it could go down even more, probably will, over the next hour. By the way, the high today in Jackson, thanks to the cloud cover and the rain that we had early in the day, was kept down to 74. But they had more sun in the Pine Belt while they were waiting for the cold front to get to them by late in the afternoon. So in Hattiesburg, they made it up to 89 this afternoon. So we were at 74. It was 89 in Hattiesburg. Still kind of warm there at 68, but they're going to cool down as well. And everybody's going to see some pretty nice weather for the next 3 days. 55 degrees with, at the moment, calm winds, but we're going to see a north wind really tonight and through the day tomorrow, driving down our temperatures. Most of us in the 40s, some low 50s down towards the Louisiana state line, and then across the board tomorrow with full sunshine, mid to upper 70s for highs, right on target for late October. So here's your high pressure. That's our weather maker tomorrow. Going to give us a gorgeous day. And then through Thursday and Friday, it moves to the east, and we know the drill there. Winds are going to start to turn back in from the south. We're going to see a little bit of a warming trend. I think by Friday, we're back in the low 80s. Clouds will be increasing ahead of this next weather maker coming out of the Four Corners area. And right now, we're expecting storms with this Saturday night into Sunday morning. Sound familiar? Remember what happened last weekend. We had storms Saturday evening through early Sunday morning. So right on schedule, here comes the next system. Now, last weekend we had severe weather. We actually had 2 tornado touchdowns in our area, one right across the river in Madison Parish in Louisiana. That was an EF1. The ones in Mississippi were EF0 tornadoes. We had one Saturday night just south of Yazoo City in Yazoo County, and then the other was in Rankin County, but thankfully just tree damage with all of those storms, no injuries reported, so that was some good news. So this weekend, are we expecting the same thing? It's too early to tell if we're going to see severe weather. I do think we're going to get storms. There are going to be thunderstorms and heavy rain, and again, the time frame is about the same, Saturday night into Sunday morning. So as we get closer to the weekend, we will keep you posted about the severity of the storms coming this weekend. We know through the end of the week, no worries, smooth sailing. Saturday, not a bad day, but showers are going to be developing. I think we'll see about a 30% chance of rain late in the day. Of course, clouds increasing, and then most of our storms are going to be coming in early Sunday morning. We're going to give it a 60% chance right now, but that chance could go up as we get closer to the weekend. Meanwhile, we had a new named storm today in the Caribbean. This is Melissa. Top winds right now are at 50 miles per hour. Doesn't have anything to push it around, so it's going to stay in the Caribbean over the next 5 days, just drifting to the north, but also strengthening at the same time. So we think it's going to ultimately be a Category 1 hurricane near Jamaica by late this weekend. Where does it go after that? We don't know. I have a feeling it's going to turn to the northeast, and it's going to skip across eastern Cuba and head out into the Atlantic Ocean and not get into the Gulf. Even if it does drift up toward the Gulf, conditions are not conducive for tropical systems in the Gulf right now because we've had fronts coming through. There's a lot of wind shear in this area, and as we get deeper into the fall season, the water temperature begins to cool down. And we all know that tropical systems like warmer water, the water is still warm in the Caribbean, but it's not as warm the farther north you go getting into the Gulf. So I don't think we have anything to worry about with this system, but obviously because it is close by, we'll continue to keep a pretty close eye on it. And it's not going to move very much over the next 5 days, so we got plenty of time to watch it, even though it is pretty close to home. All right, your forecast for tonight, decreasing clouds. It's going to be chilly first thing in the morning at 47, and tomorrow we're going to see a north wind, low humidity, full sunshine, your high temperature at 75 degrees. And then here's your warm-up. Still chilly in the morning with lows in the mid to upper 40s, but in the afternoon, temperatures climb. 79 Thursday under mostly sunny skies, and then partly sunny Friday with a high of 81. We get those scattered showers coming in Saturday, storms Sunday. I'm not putting a weather aware tag on this just yet, but that may be needed as we get closer to it. And then we'll see stray showers Monday, Tuesday, and then I think Wednesday we're going to see the passage of our next cold front that's going to significantly cool us down. I think that's going to be coming through early in the day on your Wednesday. Of course, that's 8 days out, so the timing of this is likely going to change a little bit. But overall, temperature is not that bad. We're generally going to see a little bit of a warm-up as we go through the next 8 days. Notice 47, 46, 47 for a low the next couple of days, but by early next week, we're back in the low 60s for lows. And then your highs are going to be generally in the upper 70s to low 80s for most of the next 8 days. Your best day is really going to be tomorrow. So I don't know, play hooky on a Wednesday, that might be hard to do, but that would be the day to do it because that's when our weather is going to be the best. All right, that's going to do it for your update for tonight. Meteorologist Megan Hanna is going to be here first thing in the morning with your next update. Have a good night.